Hey everybody, Panda here to bring you Gintama chapter 425. I've had to read this chapter about 2 or 3 times now, and I just still can't stop laughing. Oh, I'm loving this arc at the minute. I think like what it's called, I don't know, but I'm just going with Excalibur arc at the minute. If anyone knows what the actual name for this arc is, it's like just let me know. But so far, I'm just going with Excalibur arc. So the chapter starts off with Sougo taking Gintoki back to the Shinsengumi, and Hijikata with like having a talk, saying like talking about this sword villain, saying that he's killed about like 15. I think it was about 15 people with like this jet black sword. And well, obviously, like we've been introduced to the Excalibur race, so what kind of sword can it be? It's obviously going to be an Excalibur. And I'm very like interested to see what this guy can do, because like he's probably gonna bound to be the baddie for this arc, but I hope we get some quite good development and see what he can do. But never mind that, because we actually saw Sougo saying, "Hey, can I borrow this room? Sorry, there's gonna be a bit of noise around." He sees Gintoki like tied up with a sword out of his ass. And they hear all this screaming and shit, and they're like, "Oh God, no! We can't let Sougo in a sadistic ways to get this." And when they walk in, you see like freaking Sougo pull the sword out of Gintoki's ass, and there is literally blood everywhere. um, and the guy, he like I forget what the sword was called, but he's saying like your like scabbard is my wife. Sayako, I believe her name's Sayako. This scabbard, so please can I have the bag? And then they look at the scabbard comes out saying, "Huh, who are you?" Like his wife doesn't even remember him, and he's like so devastated. And then Sougo, as like the sick, pathetic man he is, decided to do some sword porn in front of them. Like he literally grabbed the scabbard and the sword, and oh God, don't. Like I actually don't want to like reinterpret what they were doing, but it's basically the sword version of the hand job. And he got so angry with this and upset, he literally went back into Gintoki's ass, and Gintoki's like, "Why the hell are you stuck up my ass again?" Um, and with that, like he sort of runs away and he won't said that. But Sougo and Gintoki, because Gintoki's tired of this shit, he decides to fight Sougo, and they're saying like we're gonna have a real fight with our swords, like which one is better, your sword or my sword? And he's talking about the Excalibur sword that is stuck up his ass at the minute. And although it's probably gonna be a comedy, I would love that. It's just one of those fights I would love to see. A Sougo versus Gintoki match that would like really do it. Like they did say serious, which I know they ain't gonna do a serious fight, but we can only dream if they actually had a full-on serious fight like Shinsengumi versus Yorioza. It would be a great fight. But then it's like the sword is like upset, and they decide to get a training regime. So what happens is they try and do? They try and pull the sword out by attaching Gintoki to a tree, and get a truck with some rope and try and pull the sword out like that. And like Gintoki's like, my ass is gonna break. And like Kagura's like looks like some sort of Rocky trainer. Is like, shut up, you know what? He looks so weird. It's like the fucking tree breaks before the sword, and he's like being dragged down, and like this Benny Zakura girl, like I said, I can never remember her name. I'm sorry. Said like we're gonna turn you into a fine blade, and they decided to take him to her little blacksmith, and they're saying, "Are you sure you can fix me? Like make me into a really nice sword?" He's like, "I promise on my life, I will make you into the finest sword ever." One hit of the hammer fucking breaks. And that's how the chapter ends. It's like, oh shit, they got no sword. they killed a sword. But it was such a great chapter. I also as well I never forgot forgot to say I apologize for all the stuff coming out. I know I had to do Oni. I'm doing that. I'm doing Oni I and I'm doing Magi as well. Even though they came out yesterday, I'm gonna do the reviews of them as well. I hit 200 subs, so thank you. I need to do a video on that as well. So yeah, it was a hilarious chapter. Like, I'm loving this arc at the minute. It's brilliant. Like I said, you guys don't even have to know anything about Gintama, and you can just read into it and just enjoy it. Trust it. If you guys aren't into Gintama yet, and you're just looking at my video, have a read of this chapter and tell me if you enjoyed it or not. But that's all from me, people. So thank you very much for watching. Remember, strike like a panda, sana, and see you next time.